People dumber than you are literally making way more money than you. And it's not because of any gifts or any special thing. And it's funny how they are dumber than you, then are literally making more money than you and more money than me. And this video is also to the younger and dumber self, which was me, like a year ago, who thought was doing something but was literally not. Was just basically juggling things, trying to think that he was doing something, but he didn't know anything. I didn't know anything compared to last year or year two, and now I think I know something, and I know a year or two from now, I will look at myself and be like, I was just a dumb person doing whatever I could. So, what I mean by people dumber than you are literally making more money than you, it's kind of a cliche topic, right? But it's in the sense that it's not really about how hard you work, it's also about how smart you work. Because the thing is, although those people are dumber, they are doing something that just widens the gap just because they know what to do, right? If the hardest worker made the most money, then people in the construction center would be making the most money, right? If the hardest worker was going to get paid the most, and people who are always raking yards and in the construction side would be making millions. But the person who would make millions or make the most money in terms of construction would probably be the engineer or the person who owns the building, not necessarily the person who's the hardest worker. So when you think about that, you realize it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you work. And when you find that smart thing, then you double down on hard work. So people dumber than you are making way more money in the sense that they found one thing that works that just widens the gap, that they don't even need to be so smart in it. They just execute, and they're just beating you just because they know what to do. And of course, this also applies to me, right? Last year, I was doing a lot of bunch of things. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I didn't know. But just because I chose it and it was something that was really going to widen the gap because it was online compared to when I used to cut hair in a barber shop from the age of 15 and then stop for a while. It's because I chose something that works. And you cannot tell me cutting hair in a barber shop is easier compared to typing few things online and getting paid for it. You can't compare it. So the reason why you, as an online business owner or whatever you do that is online, right? You have to understand that it's not as remotely as hard as it can be compared to someone who is literally working in a mine or on a construction site. It's not merely as it's not even compared to that metric at all. So it also comes down to a sense of being grateful for the position that you're in, where you can make money from the bed, right? And it also comes down to how do you make this work smarter? Because some people do the same thing online, but they're doing it for higher leverage, and you're just doing things, right? And that's the video. That was me. I was just doing things. I would just see a video, I would copy it, see a video, I would copy it, and all of it will fail. And I was dumber. But the thing is, I was copying the right people, not the right people. And just like I, I should have copied like all their morals and all of that. No, in terms of like work and the type of business model that they were giving out to, I chose the right one. Okay, so it's not really about how smart I was because I wasn't as nearly as smart compared to now or intelligent, but I don't even clarify myself as intelligent. I'm still young, right? So I can make a lot of mistakes, fine. But I know that it doesn't require me to be so smart, so intelligent to come up with some new wave type of thing or come up with some robot. I just have to copy already what's working. I just have to do what's already working and just copy. It's that simple. So you have to look at something that's already working and then you just copy it. It's literally as simple as it can be. So one part of me which failed so much last year is that also knowing which people to copy and what time you should copy them. Because if it's saturated, is if that business model is overdone and there's no innovation from it and everyone is doing it and there's no high demand for it, of course people will not really want to buy from you. So it's all about choosing what to copy. You don't have to be some smart genius. You just have to literally find what works and just copy it. And also just finding a problem and just finding a solution to that problem. So like a couple of days ago, I was in an Airbnb and I realized that when I was checking in, I had to always contact the host on how do I get in, what should I press, the keys and passwords, and how do I do this. And I was constantly contacting him about that. And when I was on the in the Airbnb, and then I tried to switch on the TV because I wanted to play some work music, and the work music, I mean the remote was not in English. The whole TV was not in English, probably from some foreigners that were in the place previously. And it wasn't in English. And I wanted to contact the host, and I was like, I don't want to contact him because it's just, I don't want to bother him. And now I realize that can actually be a solution. So instead of, it's just an example, instead of always contacting the host and trying to figure out what this specific button does, what this specific button does. You could just literally create a chatbot specifically for that Airbnb that you can just go to and ask that specific question, and it can have videos and examples of how to solve it in that specific room or Airbnb place you are in. So you don't have to always contact the host. So the host doesn't necessarily always have to be on the phone. So it's just a matter of finding a problem and just finding a solution to it. I'm not a genius. I just thought of that, and I'm gonna think of maybe doubling down on that. But that's my point. Like you just find a problem, you find a solution to it. You see if other people are doing it, and then you kind of copy them and then try to innovate in some ways. Because you also don't want to go into a market that isn't like there isn't competition. Competition is a good thing because it shows that there is money in it. So I've switched a lot of niches in the past because I was just attracted to a lot of things and I was getting lazy and I was like, maybe this doesn't work, maybe it's the niche, maybe it's the color of my jacket right now that I'm wearing that is not causing me to get these, right? So when you're a beginner, when I was a beginner, when I am a beginner right now, of course I will be attracted to a lot of things and I'll just switch and think that it's this. But the main problem is just because I'm not choosing the right thing to work hard in and because I'm not working hard at all, and I know I'm not working hard at all. So I switched niches a lot of times, and I've come to realize that the niches that are not saturated are the worst niches because there's no competition. So competition is a good thing, and saturation is a good thing. You just have to innovate it. If you see that okay, there are a lot of people in this market, they're all doing outreach this way. Think of how you can do outreach in a different way, right? For instance, if you're closing clients in the DMs or doing something online to get clients and everyone is doing it, think of a way that you can innovate from it, do something different. Let's say you can send videos out to prospects and tell them what you kind of do, whatever. You just have to think outside of the box. You don't need to be smart or intelligent or come up with them. No one can ever tell me I am intelligent or so smart, but they can tell me that I do see an opportunity and I take advantage of it, or they can tell me that I kind of work hard, and that's all you need to be rich, to make it, whatever. Cliche stuff, but that's the point of this video. If you want to see more videos like this, happily subscribe. If you don't, I don't care because it's just a click of a button. It's not the end of the world. God bless you. Goodbye.